Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey everyone. Gonna be playing some Super Metroid KPDR route. So I was here 2 years ago. I played Hundo, and glad to be back. I'm Gebbu, by the way. I'll let Timmon. You want to introduce yourself?
My name is Timmon. Been running this game for a long time, and happy to be here to showcase this good KPDR route, the good old route, as some would say.
Yeah.
Emrock, you want to go?
I'm Imrock. I will be commentating on this spectacular display of gaming.
Yeah. And I'm Edinate, here to help. I'm here to have a good time. So yeah. Did we want to get ourselves set up, Gebbu?
Maybe that's smart.
Might be a good idea.
I shouldn't
And
run on the
cook those
practice
animals. Oh, what?
Oh. No cooking any animals. Look, if you see up there with the poll, it's currently save the animals, Emro.
All right.
We'll
We can go.
talk more about
We
that.
can go.
All right. In 3,
You're too
2, 1, go!
Good luck, Gebbu.
Thanks.
Yeah, so basically
Good luck to you
here
too.
we have a great race between two really good runners. Their PB's actually pretty close together, like 20 or 30 seconds close together. And that's enough time for someone to mess up. Maybe Gebbu, who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
And but yeah, basically we spawn in the series station because we got a distress signal. That was an entire intro sequence. And I'm sure nothing wrong could possibly go here,
No.
right, Emerald?
No, we have the Metroid right here.
Yeah, we saved the Metroid.
saved the
We did
Metroid
it.
now.
The game's over. Ridley, what the heck?
Ridley, do you want to save the frames or animals, Ridley? Speak now.
No,
think-
it's out of here.
I think Ridley definitely wants to kill the animals.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, wow! I've just seen the poll, and there's actually a $2 difference
Wow.
between saving and killing right now. So chat, get those donations in. We've got a whole 48 minutes before we have to worry about that. So.
Yeah, so we'll give the warning when it's time to fry the animals
Yeah.
or save them.
Yeah. Emerald just has some bloodlust against the animals for some reason, but I'm very much pro save.
All right.
And beautiful series station, by the way. We kind of glossed over it because we see it every single run.
We sure do.
Unless it's an RTA run, and in that case you actually start on the ship and you don't have to do series. So yeah. And
Yeah, we both got better than a 44, so I think that's very,
Pack
very
it up.
respectable.
yeah.
Pack it up. We're done here.
And Gebbu, unfortunately, your Mappo run is invalid because you
Oh.
didn't get the Ridley tile.
Oh,
I forgot. I'm sorry.
go back.
Yeah.
Go back, reset the run,
Reset?
please.
Timon, continue.
Yeah. So, do you want to explain the planet we are on now, Emra?
Yeah, we are on planet Zabebes or Zebbies, Zebs, however you want to
Zeb
pronounce it.
316.
And so we're here because we need to save the Metroid. And as we saw, Ridley is not making that easy for us. He said, "Here's your baby. Psych, come get your baby." So we're off to go get our baby. And for a lot of you, if you've watched a Super Metroid run, in the recent years, you've seen PRKD or Fantoon first. And today you'll be watching KPDR. So the letters, the acronym, represents the boss order. We'll talk a little bit about them as we approach them. But KPDR for this run is Kraid, Fantoon, Dragon, Ridley. I lost my letters. And so this is about the time. You've all seen the beginning for the most part. We'll see the deviations when we hit Red Tower, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But for now, these two gamers have done this intro.
Yeah, first time.
First
First
time.
time
You heard it
ever.
here, folks.
Second time for me.
Yeah.
Second time for Timon. Okay.
Yeah.
Gebbu, how did you get that 42 KPDR if this is your first time?
Huh? What?
He's just that much of a gamer, you know?
Wow.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know, having a 42 in this category is pretty good. And like even Timmon being like within 30 seconds of Gebbu is also pretty fire. And like I sort of alluded to earlier, there could be some things, some RNG, shenanigery, however you say that word. And because Fantoon has a lot of RNG, and that will basically determine a lot. And also there is the possibility of minor movement mess-ups. Hopefully nothing too bad, but we're gonna be playing things a little bit risky, but I assume we're gonna get an extra E-tank for marathon safety at least.
Totally.
Okay. All right. So if
I
we see,
believe you.
If we see 4 E-tanks, we know we're being safe.
Yeah, we'll see how those gamers are feeling. So Super Metroid is a very tough game to speedrun. Missing that missile.
Yeah.
The one thing about the try-hard strats is that they have great reward, but also great risk. But we have those friendly fleas there waiting for Gebbu for those missiles, so...
Yeah, just go back and farm them.
Just go back. No big deal. You still both got sub-5 bombs, so...
Yeah, and this is the bomb Chorizo fight. This is pretty much the only Chorizo you will see. Shoutouts to Dark Zoa for the golden Chorizo run. So if you ever want to watch GT Code, you can see another Chorizo. And basically, we're getting pixel lined up so that the Chorizo doesn't hit us. And Gebbu getting really unlucky.
Yeah, I mean,
I might add.
I got hit there, so it's kind of a skill issue, but
Yeah, and
kind of unlucky too.
Timon is absolutely cooking you right now, Gebbu. What are you gonna do to catch up to him?
I got something cooking.
Something's
No.
cooking.
So you'll-
Let him cook.
Yeah, I'll just have to get these farms here.
Yeah.
Go
So, yeah. I mean, okay, someone in chat saying it's not the only Chorizo, but come on, it's the only one we're gonna fight.
It's the only one that matters
It's
right
the
now.
only one that matters.
Sorry, Zoa. For right now.
So yeah, we're just gonna go through to the green Brinstar, and we're gonna see like the first kind of real speed tech. We're gonna see something called the mock ball, and I think this strat is kind of cool. Like, it's such a cool sequence break. I always forget how it works, but I think basically you get running speed whilst in the morph ball animation, and that allows you to get past the speed tiles, because usually you're not supposed to be here until you get the speed booster. So Gebbu performing it perfectly, and so
Nice
is
backup
Timmon.
from
Nice,
Timmon.
nice. Good
Thank
backup.
you.
Yeah, with this, you either need to be able to go fast enough to go under the gates,
Yeah.
right? And so if you are tasked, you can arm pump so fast that you can transcend those gates, or you have to shrink yourself. And so we are abusing the mechanics that I think the general consensus is the developers didn't know was a thing, or they would have taken it out, so that mock ball to both shrink ourselves and keep our momentum to get under the gate. I do think that this would be a good time if we have any donations to kind of start the roasting of animals.
We do. Oh yeah, we got a few of these things. All right, let's just jump in because we've got 10 of these things. We'll get through a few of them now. First off, $25 from Rakoja. Thank you so much. The message reads: shout-outs to my goats, Gebbu and Timmon _ and all the homies in crowd and in chat. I hope you're excited for an amazing race. That went to the fate of the animals. What animals? Jake has donated $35. Thank you very much. Also confused as to what animals we're talking about. But the message reads: good luck, Timmon and Gebbu. I've been looking forward to this run all week. Spread those cheeks. And we have a $25 donation from Budsy RNG that just says, didn't actually put it towards the poll. Clearly remaining neutral in this and just wanting to raise money for an amazing cause. The message reads: good luck, Timmon and Gebbu. Shout out to all the Super Metroid crew. Miss you guys, and let's have a great race. And we've got a $100 donation from Soren.
Woo!
Thank you so much for that. That also went to the save the frames option for the fate of the animals. And the message reads, what a great event. Thanks to all the organizers for making this possible. Thanks to the Super Metroid community for being cool as usual. Good luck, Timmon and Gebbu. You got this. Also, thanks, Smokstar, for letting me lend Timmon. So there. And finally in this group, we have a $101 donation from Michael Jordan.
Woo!
And that... Michael has claimed a Mighty Nature mouse pad. Sorry, I've got a lot of M's on my mind because they've also put in the fated animals. What animals?
Yes.
And the message is, them animals.
Thank you very much.
Not looking forward to them, but yes, thank you so much. Got a few more, so let me know when you're ready, but otherwise, back to you guys.
All right.
Yeah, here we are at Kraid, the resident Fingy Flicker.
Yeah, so basically, Kraid has this option where you can stand up.
There we go.
But both runners, absolute gaming right
We
now.
skipped the DLC.
Both getting that quick kill.
Nice.
And-
Look at how synced they are.
Yeah.
Like, you could not
this is
ask
such
for a better
close
race.
Oh.
Oh,
What?
Whoa, whoa,
I don't know
whoa.
what the...
All right.
Okay.
Check his hardware.
Yo.
What you got there, Goob?
I think
Yeah.
I got
Yeah, but you didn't have to go
Yeah.
that far to get Bubble Mountain bomb spread.
I got
This is a
got
new
it,
low
we'll see.
for the Super Metroid community.
Okay. And so this is our first deviation between the new route and the old route. So again, this is old route, like Timmon mentioned, and we are killing Kraid first to get the Varia suit that allows us to
Go through the fire.
go through the fire.
And allow us to cook a little bit more.
Yeah, allows us to cook a little bit more so we can cook those animals. Yeah.
Yeah, cooking the animals.
Oh.
Alright, so basically we're gonna go down to Norfair and now we're gonna get the high jump boots, which are a very nice quality of life item. And you actually are supposed to be like getting those before the trade fight.
You're
but
too slow.
You kind of saw like people, you know, these two runners just being able to like jump over the gap. And then yeah, so now we're gonna grab those high jump boots and get
Nice
some more really cool items like the speed booster,
The
wave beam. Yeah.
It's unfortunate that we did forget the best beam in the game, though, Spazer. But you know what? It's
No.
okay.
Boo. No one likes Spazer.
Excuse me. I quit.
Just take off the headset and leave.
There is a friendly rivalry within the community about the best beam in the game being Spazer and everybody else having a wrong opinion. But these pros don't need it.
Alright, sorry, I just realized Timmon getting the extra pack of missiles there compared to Gebbu, so we're actually going to see slightly different ammo loadouts. Those extra missiles are going to be a little bit useful going through Norfair, because as you can see, Gebbu only has one super right now, and that's a little bit cringe, I'm not going to lie. But Timmon is on a very comfy 11 missiles and one super. And this run actually has a little bit of ammo management.
It does.
And it will also kind of be related to later on when we fight Fantoon. You know, we want to use those missiles as well. Or we might see
A
an-
difference in
we might
stats at
see an
Fantoon.
X factor.
Oh, and Gebbu getting hecked by RNG because those bugs be like that.
Yeah, sorry, I needed health anyway, so.
Okay, you know what? Those grapes were sour anyway, so we got health out of the deal.
Yeah, it's always interesting because in PRKD you won a lot of health early on, and obviously we have 2 full E-tanks going into Fantoon, as opposed to just the 1 E-tank we have in regular NE%.
And no suit.
And no suit,
And
yeah.
so we have our Varia suit, we have our boots, we have our health,
Yeah.
we have more ammo than usual. So this is a great spot to farm these bugs, and if they're kind to you, they will give you supers, and if
If they
they're not,
Yeah.
they won't.
Yeah, I had to do 3 farms there, that's pretty rare.
And so now there's kind of been a switch in ammo because while Timmon does have many missiles. The supers are the hot currency of a lot of these routes, and especially in KPDR, supers are going to be very vital. So we'll see how Timmon manages that.
Yeah, so you can kind of see Timmon opening the 2 doors that you just opened with missiles. So he had to kill the little seahorse enemy.
Killing
Animals, kind of cringe. But basically, that saves a lot of lag by killing that little enemy before opening the door with missiles. But if you have supers, you can just fire the door open, and it's usually fine. And obviously it just takes a little bit more time to fire 5 missiles over.
I'm gonna pause because my favorite. It's okay. Hold.
Nothing happened.
Oh, and Timmon in solidarity, we missed the spreading
Let's go.
of the bombs.
of the bums, but that's okay. You know what? They we didn't need those frames, but because we're gonna make up frames at the end by not saving the animals. Boom. Got 'em.
I don't know. I think the crowds might want to save those animals.
I do think this would be a great time to get caught up on donations because we'll have some pretty important tricks and bosses coming up.
All right, so yeah, there's a quick update. If you do want to save the animals instead of the frames, then you've got a little bit of work to do because saving the frames is, $107 a head. 100 of those are thanks to Hyperwork. Thank you so much for that. Enjoy your ESA event t-shirt. The message reads, "It's been an incredible week with an amazing crew and organisers. No better way to say goodbye to my 20s than a Super Metroid speedrun than with a bunch up front. Good luck, Timmon and Gebbu. Save those frames." We also have $3 from Behelmuth that says, "Good luck, Gebs and Timmon. Don't hit the crab twice." Sage advice.
Those crabs.
Spiele Willy, he says, "My brother Timmon, I am more than proud to see you on the stage. You're an awesome person. Show me the mock ball champ and drop the hard R, brother. Big love." And thank you for the dollar that goes with that. Henrik Zetterberg, $10. "Testing on animals is often necessary in medical trials. These animals are near and dear to us, but they ultimately make the sacrifice on our behalf. The animals and zebras know the same sacrifice all too well, and they are ready to make it again."
Yes.
You never guess what.
Oh, look at that frame perfect door transition. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
That's so
don't.
cool.
Yeah, I had a bit of a mishap in Red Tower there.
Yeah, absolute shambles from Gebbu. Sorry.
Always feel free to interrupt for epic frame saving.
All right, maybe one more donation.
Okay, one more. I'll do 2 more because one of them is Zombie Bait just with $50. Thank you so much. There's no message, but that's gone to freeing the animals. And $46 from Rashan Dragoness, claiming a event t-shirt, also freeing the animals. Hello from AC, where we all are animals. Something to think about. Back to
All
you.
right, thank you very much.
Thank
Now we have our little power bombies. We're gonna use those to open these orange doors because it's better to open them now, basically. And now both the runners are gonna use this speed booster and get a short charge and hopefully do ocean fly, which is really sick. No. Okay.
Too late, I think.
All right, so Timmon missed those missiles, so that's not a huge deal because he did get an extra extra missile pack earlier.
An intentional miss.
Yeah.
I take the first one and skip this one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, both runners are missing the full ocean flies, and that's when you go through the whole ocean with one shine spark. But doing the backup, like we just saw, is also pretty sick.
And it saves health.
It does.
When you only have 2 energy tanks because you're skipping the best tank in the game, Crazy tank, makes things a bit dicey. So also a great way to keep the run going. So
yeah. So
we're gonna see some deviation between the 2 in their strats with Fantoon. So Fantoon is a ghost and is a meanie.
Oh!
Fast.
Nice. Let's go, Timmon. All right, let's see Gebbu. He's gonna do the more of the Doppler strategy, I believe. So basically, he's gonna want to fire as many missiles as he can into Fantoon. Nice. Pretty okay. Not as good as Timmon's. What was that? A fast?
Fast mid.
A fast
Yeah.
mid. That's an insanely good pattern.
Okay, but they both got 2 rounds.
Yeah,
so
both
2 rounds
got 2 rounds.
Yeah.
That's decent.
Yeah.
Very good.
So not complete shambles.
No,
but
we didn't see you know what in Bubble Mountain.
Yeah,
Or the
true.
ocean fly. But you know what? There's lots of cool tricks to be had.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I mean, I talk as if, you know, I could take both of these runners on, which I could. That's why I'm here. So,
Yeah.
you know.
I
yeah,
mean,
of course.
as everyone knows, I'm the resident Undertale speedrunner, so I definitely couldn't. But yeah, now we're gonna go through the wrecked ship. We now have 10 supers total, so 2 super packs, and that should be the last super pack we pick up. And they're gonna be pretty useful for when we go into Norfair, well, lower Norfair, in fact. And now, let's look at this attic spot, please.
Doing the blue-
Doing the speed key. Oh, so close. All right.
All right. Gebbu, no pressure.
No pressure, Gebbu. Oh. Okay. Close enough.
But they are equally. They seem to be pretty in sync with a lot of the things they're getting and and not, and so.
I had to do a backup there because I missed the super on the atomic.
Right.
Yeah, and again, these two are going with a lot of try-hard strats, and so again, with try-hard strats, you are saving time and you're saving frames. But there's a lot of risk. So after Gebbu starts sparking, we'll have time for donations. All right?
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Indeed. Thank you very much. We have a $25 donation from Dice NL that just says, good luck to my legendary Super Metroid goats. That is for saving the frames. $60, Campsfag 92. What animals? Good luck to the runners. You never guess what that was for. We have a $25 donation from Enma. That has not gone to either of our polls. They're remaining neutral. The message just says, we kneel. We have a $5 donation from The Cherry Point. Thank you very much. The message reads, one of the greatest games of all time. Been waiting for this one all week. Seeing Zost run Super Metroid at SGDQ 2013 was what got me into speedrunning in the first place. Good luck to Gebbu and Timmon, and shout-outs also to Eden and Emrock for the great commentary.
Yeah, that's us.
That is you. And... right. $10 from Soph, also not towards either of our polls. Remaining neutral. Don't forget, if you are uncertain, you can select your poll choice in the right-hand tab on Tiltify. But this message reads, let's go Team Gebbu. Show 'em who turned the Metroid Super.
Yo, any Team Timmon enjoyers in chat? Maybe get some donations for Timmon?
Maybe. There's 2 more in the queue.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so we have $10 from Dark Zoa. Thank you very much. Just reads Rip Cheek Spreader. Still sick race and comms. Keep it coming, everyone. That's gone to Pray the Animals Saving the Frames. And finally, $2 from Jeff Gusteau, who's given us arguably a third option. The message simply reads, don't forget the animals. Bring them safely aboard the ship. I want to cook them.
Yeah, that's the real reason to save the animals, is so you can eat them later in the safety of the ship. All right, so now we are entering Maridia, and this is the entire reason we got the gravity suit, basically, because that allows the water movement. Unlucky Timmon. But there's a lot of really cool speed strats, so we're getting some Shine Sparks in, like that. And we're gonna see some stuff on Bot's Womb, which isn't a real boss, it's like a little mini boss.
It's supposedly like BT in the beginning, but
Yeah.
X Factors disagree with that.
Yeah, well, Bot's Womb, basically, because it's a really jank snake on a SNES game, it has a really stuffed hitbox. But shout-outs to Decold for discovering the D factor, because he's the GOAT. Where is the D factor, Timmon?
Okay,
Are you
still
doing
got it.
D factor?
Yeah.
Yay!
Kind of.
They are doing.
It's not
This
the
is
real
method that I
defector.
also main because it's pretty great. And these again, these
Ah,
factors?
The 2 rounds. No.
Yeah.
The 3 rounds. Kill him.
hold.
Hold. Hold. Hold.
just die already, you stupid snake.
Yeah. You know, if you went for the real defector, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
All right, and now Timmon is going for a really
And we're
odd
getting the
strat.
happy. There you go.
Nice. I'm pretty sure that was Taz only for quite a long time.
Was it?
The full halfie was. That's why it's called the full halfie, because we used to just do the halfie, and that got you stuck on like the first big like platform.
The bonk.
But the full halfie is the entire room.
All right.
Yeah,
there we go.
2 full
halfies.
halfies.
I told you they're getting the same tricky strats.
Maybe that's called a fully.
Fully. And the full halfie is really cool because it is a testament of coordination and timing and everything else that these 2 goats have really
Nice.
honed. Okay.
We're
on.
Yeah, we're already on
First
Dragon.
boss in the game.
No, rain dance is so much fun.
All right.
Rain dance, Dragon
there
is
we
sick.
go. Blue suit. Hold, please.
Yeah, so basically Timmon's trying to get a spike suit so he can do a reverse
Oh, we get
start
the yikes suit.
through that room we just shine sparked through. And now same for Gebbu, getting quite a few, yeah, decent. Oh,
Okay,
yeah. So 2 really
Oh,
good.
both getting the yikes suit. So, meaning that they both got on the
the double
wrong.
yike.
Yeah, the yike,
yeah.
the
The
double,
double
yike.
yike.
On the wrong frame, and so it's called the yike suit instead of the spike suit. I missed if Timmon got the womple.
Womple?
Did you get the womple?
Yeah, so two really good Dragon fights. Other
Yeah.
than that, I love the Dragon fight. I know you just said it's the worst boss, but I think it's such a sick strategy. I just really love the X Factor Dragon strats.
You're too slow!
Oh,
Yo, any donation readers
Yeah.
in chat?
Oh, very, very much so. I've got $10 from Mo that just says, "Go, Timmon, go!" And $120 from Caramel Man. Thank you so much. They've redeemed themselves a event T-shirt and a Gamiac PA50. Thank you so much. Enjoy those. And that has gone towards what animals as the poll response. The simple message, thank you, ESA. And I can give you a quick update. We are currently $434 to freeing the animals and $669 for not freeing them. So, yeah, quick math says that's $245 difference now if you want to free the animals. Better open them wallets.
Yeah, so now we have the plasma beam, and we keep talking about cooking the animals because actually, if you get the plasma beam early and you get the X-ray beam, you can get the microwave beam, and you can actually cook like Dragon, you can cook Fantoon with the microwave beam. So, but we won't see it here, but it's just a fun little glitch, I guess.
we saw it in
The
Noah's
GTC run. Yeah, remember that when that happened? I know it's not a glitch. I'm just saying it's a quote unquote glitch. It's like saying GTC is a glitch. It's not, but it's the easiest way to describe.
So now that they have the plasma beam, which is the strongest beam in the game, they're gonna make their way to grabbing ice and then head down to our boy Ridley and say, "Yo, dog, you got that baby?" Do you think? Do you think Ridley has the baby?
Maybe.
Yes or no? Is the baby still in the tube?
Maybe.
Maybe, baby.
I'm not really sure how this game ends because I've never actually finished it. So.
Wow. You have to do a lot of killing, and I know you're a pacifist, so.
Yeah, my true pacifist
Yeah.
glitchless. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's why I'm pro save the animals. It just makes sense.
And I know that the frames have the lead, but keep donating not only to ensure that we absolutely will save those frames. But again, to this great charity and cause.
Yeah. And now we have the ice beam. So we have our full beam combo now, which is very OP. This is really good for Ridley. This is amazing for Mother Brain, which will be later on in the run. And we're doing ice escape. The mock wall.
And
No, they're not doing ice escape. I got baited.
you got baited.
Baited.
They do the southern route.
Southern all day.
Boo, yes, boo. And one thing that you'll notice with this Ridley fight in KPDR is that instead of 60 shots, just of a beam combo, that new route, again, fan-tuned first, has to struggle through, and Gebbu is familiar with both of those routes. Easy peasy with 20 shots, right? Because we got our full beam. And so we have a lot of really cool things coming up here soon.
Yeah. We're going into the lava dive, but it's more like a lava swim at this point with the amount
A lot of flying.
with the amount of overpowered gear we have, thanks to the gravity suit and the space jump.
And what's really neat about having two completely different runs here at ESA this year, just really getting to see the diversity in Super Metroid.
For sure. Like, Super Metroid is such a flexible speed game. Like, more people should run Super Metroid.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes.
agree.
All right,
We might be a little bit biased.
All right, Timmon getting fast pillars.
Nice, getting the pillar spot.
Nice backup from Gebbu.
Yeah.
I had to find some power bombs there.
And now, this is actually called the worst room in the game because basically, if you don't have any of this really cool equipment, it's the worst room in the game, literally. So it's actually incredibly easy. So I'm gonna watch Gebbu mess it up in a little bit now, because I said it's easy.
Surely this will.
That's how commentators work, right?
Yeah.
You curse the runners.
So if you are familiar with New Route, a lot of strats in Old Route are going to look much different, right? Because we have, like Eden said, very OP equipment. So we get to fly and ice and give 0 fricks. Okay, hold please.
Slowly turning into the worst room in the game, actually.
Okay.
Please don't, Gebbu.
Alright. It's all good.
Okay, all right.
Pick up the health. Yeah, okay.
You tell him, Eden.
How much do the key hunters do again?
50.
We can take one hit. We can do it, shit.
Nice metal pirates, Timon.
Oh,
And Gebbu defaulting to New Route. And Gebbu is very goated at many different categories in Super Metroid. And even this week, he was on a co-op Mappo journey. So he's just showing the different techniques he knows.
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay, Ridley.
yeah, so I believe Ridley takes 20 shots with
with
this
full
power,
beam.
With full beam. And Ridley is actually super annoying because he does these pogos, which is kind of good. And then he kind of switches between this and the swoop attack. And he actually does a heck ton of damage, even with the full suit combo. So Timmon, please don't.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Not getting hit by the tail.
Okay.
Nice.
Hold,
A
please.
little close for comfort.
Yes.
but
Oh my god! I just realized Gebbu's health.
Yeah. Okay.
Gebbu.
You got this.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
You got
Again.
this.
Again, just showing the volatile nature of Super Metroid. This is what we're doing. We are highlighting all of the ups. Hold, please. Nice. Okay. Hold.
Yeah. Okay. We didn't die. We
Keeping
didn't
the
die.
dream alive.
Oh my god.
All right. So Tim making his way out of Lower Norfair through the Lower Norfair escape.
Nice.
That's such a cool speedball.
Speedball.
Hmm.
And now it's Gebbu's turn to
Gebbu, 20 shots. You have a
absolutely
full beam.
destroy
I can count to
Ridley.
20.
Okay, I believe.
Thank you.
I only know how to count to 4, so...
Well, then... You don't even get to count to 4 because we only got 3 energy tanks.
No.
One thing you'll notice with the plasma beam too, that's really neat, is hitboxing. And so they are using the beam to shoot and run through the enemies at the same time. Which, on almost all enemies, you have to. Whoa, okay. If you blinked, you missed it. Nice grab. Okay. 3 Musketeers room, named because, well, there's 3
of them, yeah.
3 of them.
Also, I think it's really funny because neither runner decided to get the Ridley tank, which is fine. That's usually what you see. But now we don't know the fate of the baby. We don't know if Ridley had the baby or not. So I guess we're just gonna have to find out. Wait and see a little bit longer.
And I think once Gebbu gets out of Norfair, where it's hot and kind of dicey, we can get through the other donations. So,
yeah, keep those donations coming. We're nearly at the end of the event. Can you believe it?
that is wild. This is
I
my
know.
first ESA, and it's been a blast.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rumi, bestie.
You're welcome. With
Oh, we had a moment
yeah.
on national television.
I don't think they're showing this on national television, but
National television.
it's national television. All right. So
Which nation? I don't know.
I don't know. So
Oh,
Gebbu.
All right.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, so Gebbu has the 3 pirates left, and then I can relax a little bit.
Yes.
A little bit after that.
So the 3 Musketeers, and then we can do donations and messages, because it should be relatively smooth sailing to G4.
Hopefully. All right.
Super Metroid does find a way, so...
Yo, nice plasma strats right there. All right. Please read the donations.
All right, thank you very much. Give you a quick update on the fate of the animals. Freeing the animals has caught up a little bit, still $179 behind, but not long left before we're closing that. Speaking of freeing the animals, Dev Null has donated $10 saying, "Kill the save, frame the animals."
I mean,
I
frame them, yeah.
yeah,
We'll do that
yeah,
too.
they're
That's
gonna,
fine.
They could've
frame.
taken
I think, yeah, the thought of something slightly different to.
It was the animals that did it,
Yes.
not Ridley.
Dark Zoa, thank you so much for the $10, saying, "I can't choose between Team Timmon or Team Gebbu, so go Team Timmu." Definitely
Timmu.
not Team Temu at home. And Skarsnik has donated $25. Thank you so much, going to an incredible cause. Message reading, go Timon. May the cod chicken be with you. Tame Physicist has donated $46, snagging themselves a drippy Goosebert shirt. Freeing the animals. The message reading, we've saved so many frames over the marathon. It's time we saved some animals.
Yeah, thank you.
Indeed. And also freeing the animals. Thank you so much for the $10, Harrison T. The message reading, have loved watching the marathon this week. Save the animals.
Thank you for your donation.
I think I'm the only Save the Animal enjoyer in the entire crowd here. Any Save the Animals enjoyers? A resounding no.
You do have a bunch of speedrunners right behind you.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the G4, and it's called the G4 because it's the Golden 4, because it's 4 golden statues of all the bosses we've killed so far. And it's basically a cutscene.
It is, and then in Zoa's run, he showed that you can sneak your way in there and not need to kill any of the bosses when you can do magic.
Yeah, like there's a lot of cool out-of-bounds
I
stuff.
didn't say it was a glitch, I said it was magic. Wait, those are glitches. Those are, okay, never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, now we're entering Tourian, and we're about to discover, spoilers for the end of the game, that the space pirates have actually managed to clone the Metroids.
So you're not saying that's our dear baby that
No,
Timmon
these
is
are
murdering?
little copies of the baby we saw right at the start of the game.
Okay, it's fine. Just
Grouping is overrated, I guess.
grouping
Yeah,
is
yeah.
overrated. Okay.
Yeah, become ungovernable.
Gebbu gets to
Rejects
take a little break
grouping.
right now as well.
Yep.
Let's stretch those hands and those wrists.
Okay. This is not as tough for KPDR, but again, a lot of runs can go a little south here because not only are the Metroids jerks, but RNG.
Alright. Let's pray for at least one more Supro for Timmon.
We need a few more than that.
No, at least one more. Okay, it's okay.
It happens. So, what we need to
Uh,
see there in a KPDR run on this loadout is 29. So 20 missiles, 9 supers. So what we'll see from Timmon is missling the first door, and then he's going to need to refill in order to get through all Mother Brains. And that's, you know, even though we do pick up an extra pack in KPDR, like you were talking about earlier, Eden, resource management can be tough, and often you're at the mercy of RNG.
RNG, yeah. Runs, like world record runs, have died to those runes.
There we go, baby Skip, pistachio Skip. Shout out Pistachio.
Yeah, I wanted to say it. Stachio Cat. That's goat. He found that like 2-3 years ago now.
All right, nice.
And yeah,
Timmon doing a
saved
sorry
a few seconds. That's fine,
a
you go.
safety refill since he was refilling missiles. Might as well refill health. Why not? No need to make it closer than it needs to be, but also. Okay. So unfortunately, Timmon now has to go back and refill because he yeeted a super.
This is my chance.
He is
Yeah.
giving
It's
Gebbu a
just-
chance to catch up.
It's
that.
Gebbu's
And
turn.
again, Super
Welcome
Metroid
to
be like
Atlas.
that.
Yeah, that Idar is a little bit of a meanie.
He is saying, you cannot enter.
You shall not pass.
Pass. Yes. Totally rehearsed.
Yeah,
You got it.
nice.
Nice, Gebbu.
Yeah, so now we're actually
Okay, now we are-
pretty close together again.
We are.
This is actually scripted to make the race more interesting at the end.
Actually, yeah, it is scripted.
So now this is the Zep skip. Nice.
Mm.
Pretty
And the down-back version.
So the way that kind of works is you kind of use the invincibility frames from being damaged from the Zep. And
Okay.
you can just kind of go through. And now it's the Mother Brain fight.
All right. Again, these I'm watching because it's
nice.
those turrets really like to eat and they love snacking on ammo, and so holding my breath a little bit, making sure that neither runner got sniped. So at the end of our Mother Brain fight, we will need to
Jesus.
hold.
Hold. Okay. Yeah, so
Okay.
at the end of the Mother Brain fight, we will need to close that save the animals or kill the animals poll. So if you have any last final donations to save those animals, now is the time.
That was scary.
That was
It was
that was
super
a
scary.
spicy
That
Mother
was a
Brain.
lot scary, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna come down to...
Timmon OMG says Irian, yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So it's gonna come down to Mother Brain 3 and the escape sequence, and then we will find our winner.
We both had a perfect run, right, Timmon?
Yeah. Nothing went wrong.
I feel like you
Absolutely
have to
nothing.
be this skilled like you two are to keep going with these shambles and still have a pace that you have and keep a run alive on the resources that you have. So you know what? It's fine.
Yeah, it's very easy to let the mistakes pile up in this game. Just get tilted. You just gotta move on and play.
Shake them off.
Yeah, shake them off.
Shake it off.
Come off, shake them off.
Okay, so once Mother Brain is fully defeated, we will need to know if we are roasting and toasting those animals, or if I guess they're riding in a little trailer pulled by the ship.
The Metroid Fusion's canon, right? No one wants that, right, chat?
I know nothing about Fusion.
You don't know anything about Metroid Fusion? Damn.
You can give me the TLDR later.
Alright. So, this Mother Brain 3, usually it goes pretty much similar, but there are chances for you to get a little bit messed up.
There's definitely a rhythm to it.
Yeah.
And typically once you're in sync, you can keep going. Oh, and one thing we forgot to point out is that, unfortunately, the baby was there and gave us this really cool hyper beam, and then Mother Brain killed the baby. Is that not enough? Wait,
No.
I'm the one that wanted to save the frames and kill more. I was going to say, is that not enough killing for you? But that, then I would have to be a hypocrite, and we don't want
Alright.
that.
Unfortunately, we are going to have to kill the animals. Very disappointing for me, but everyone seems to like the idea of killing animals. You monsters!
Oh, they are loving it in the crowd.
So yeah, we're just basically escaping from this exploding ship, and there is one last chance for Gebbu to catch up, believe it or not. I don't want to wish anything on Timmon,
I'd
but
love to hear this.
he could miss a shine spark.
Oh, okay.
Things have runs, world records have died to things like that.
Yeah, it's true. It's very
Not
true.
wrong.
Oh,
Hey. No bonkies.
No? Alright, time is coming up very shortly. It's after this room.
When Samus is on the ship,
Facing
faces
forward.
Remember, we're saving the frames.
Goodbye, animals.
Peace out, animals.
Peace out, animals. Alright, and it's coming up.
Oh.
Right now.
Now.
GG.
All right, Gebbu.
So that was like, what 6,
15?
7 seconds apart? Wow.
45s. Okay, I want the audience, I want everyone to know that getting a 45-34 in a marathon setting and not getting any safeties. I mean, they did have backup saves if they both died. That was the only time that they were going to use them. And to have the shambles they did and near-death experiences and to get a 45 is incredible.
Yeah,
so can
absolutely.
we? Oh, there it is on screen. So Timmon of
nice.
45-26 and Gebbu of 45-34. Can we give it up?
Another-
for both runners,
another clap,
please?
another
No,
clap.
we need all the clap.
Another clap.
All
Yay.
maybe in a circle. Maybe behind.
But yeah, thank you two for inviting me for comms.
Thank you for commentary for us.
Yeah, you're
It was a lot
welcome.
of
So much,
fun.
guys.
Great runs. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, ESA, for inviting us. Shout out to everyone at home here, back the Super Metroid crew at ESA, and everyone else. Thank you all.
Yeah. Does anyone have anything else they want to say? Do you want to shout out the amazing Super Metroid community behind us?
Shout out to the amazing Super Metroid
all the
community
people
behind us.
And we have a donation for you guys, $3 from Behelmuth, saying, thanks Metroid community at ESA for having me. It was an amazing week. Save the animals. Wow, aggressively that was off the
I don't think $3.
No one tell Behelmuth about this.
Yeah.
Behelmuth, close your ears.
Yeah. But regardless, you know, save the animals, don't save the animals. You guys have saved so much money for Alzheimer Fund, and we're definitely saving the Alzheimer sufferers. And obviously the research is a bit of a headache as well. You all in the crowd and at home were incredible. You raised $1,179 deciding the fate of those animals. So give yourselves a round of applause. And one more time, round of applause for Gebbu and for Timmon and their lovely commentators. We're going to start setting up for our final run of the marathon, the classic Mario relay race. But for the time being, any final shout-outs, runners, commentators?
Thank you for having me. I mean,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, well, with that, I'd like to send you back to my colleague at the hosting desk. Thank you once again.